morning, everybody. Good morning and welcome to the 2019 Public Speaking Competition. So exciting, very, very exciting. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge that we are on land that was not given freely. It is unceded territory of the Coast Salish, Squamish and Tsleil-Waututh peoples, and so we're honoured to be here today. And the grade 4s and 5s and 6s who are here today, let's just give a big round of applause because they've already got through some grueling competition to get on this stage today, so well done. Obviously, none of them have glossophobia. Do you know what glossophobia is? The fear of public speaking. And I think actually nobody in this room has glossophobia because all of you did such an amazing job and got through all of that competition and writing and practicing. Is your hand up? Have you got a problem? Are you worried about it, Harlow? Don't be, it's fine. So here we are, and please can I also have a big round of applause for our judges who are here today. Because they have got probably the most difficult job in the whole room today. So Mrs. Jolly, Mr. Ray, Miss Moore, and Miss Roy, Miss Moore and Miss Roy, who are here from different parts of the school, which is so nice, to acknowledge the work that's gone into this public speaking. And what's going to happen is in grade 4, grade 5, and grade 6, there's going to be one winner from each grade. Everybody will get a certificate today, and then there will be winner certificates for one of you in grade 4, 5, and 6. The grade 4 speeches are 3 minutes long, and the grade 5 and 6 speeches are 4 minutes. No, I've done that wrong. That's right. 3 minutes for grade 4 and 4 minutes for grade 5 and 6, right? That's not right, is it? Tell me, what is it, Andrew? How long were yours? 2 minutes, that's it. 2 minutes for grade 4 and 3 minutes for grade 5 and 6. That's right, I got it. And so they had a 20-minute leeway, but we're not worrying so much about time today because today this is really about the content and delivery of their speeches. So without further ado, can I please welcome to the stage Mr. Andrew Mooring, who's going to talk about public speaking and why it should only be for grade 6. Come on up, Andrew.
Hello. Today I'm going to talk to you about why I think public speaking should only be in the hands of grade 6. Welcome teachers, students, and honorable judges. I do not like public speaking because I'm scared of making mistakes, even though it's just a tiny one. This one time in grade 2, I made a huge mistake. I was in a classroom. We were doing these presentations on math. It was my job to come up with a doc about subtraction. The whole class was in front of me. The teacher was in the back, and I was so nervous I wouldn't pass. And then I made the mistake and read off someone else's doc. It was not a good thing at all. Another reason why I don't like public speaking is that my hands start to get sweaty, and I also start to smell really, 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 really bad. They smell like sweaty gym socks. Sometimes even smell like the compost I have to take out every day. I'm just getting started. I have a whole lot more reasons of how much I hate public speaking. Some other reasons I don't like public speaking is that a huge audience listens to you. And some people don't like to share some of their own personal information. Not everyone likes everything at school. Teachers, looking right at you. And the reason why I think it should go in grade 6 is that they are much more capable, and they can speak in front of a really big audience. In grade 6, they go up on stage 3 times. We only do it once. Now that's a game changer. I'm just not ready yet. Thank you for listening to my speech.
Well done, Andrew. It's all over. Next, can I welcome up to the microphone Ava Wong-Frick, who's going to talk about why you've got to reduce your technology time. Listen carefully, everybody.
Selfie, Instagram, and post. Hey guys, want to go shopping? Okay, meet at Starbucks in 10 minutes. OMG, I just got 50 more coins in Crossy Road. Now I can get a new character. Don't you just love electronic devices? I know. They make life much easier, although if you really think about it, there are quite a few cons for being on a device for too long. Good afternoon, honorable judges, teachers, parents, and students. My name is Ava Wong-Frick, and today I will be explaining to you the consequences for being on a device for too long. Right now, we live in a generation where technology is so much a part of our lives, we depend on it. I bet you're wondering the percentage in time people spend on any electronic device. If you are wondering that, then lucky for you, because that is what I will be explaining to you first. Then I will go over the good things technology has provided us. Last but not least, I will explain the negative effects for being on a device for too long. By the end of my speech, hopefully I will have persuaded you to reduce the time you spend on any electronic device. Did you know that 30% of adults around the world spend more than 9 hours a day using some kind of device? And also, children under the age 8 are spending an average of 2 hours and 19 minutes per day addicted to a screen. We all know that people love to spend time on a device, and no wonder, because you could do all those fun and amazing things like text, play games, surf the internet, go on social media, and much more. But, as I said in the beginning, there are negative consequences for being on a device for too long. Did you know that because kids are spending more time on devices indoor, it takes away your opportunity from playing outside in the sun? That isn't very good for your health because the sun helps give your body vitamin D, and vitamin D is very good for your health. Also, being connected to a screen can make you less connected to friends. You're probably wondering, how will I be less connected to friends if I'm texting or calling them all the time? Well, it actually takes away your opportunity for talking face-to-face. And finally, as we all know, technology and screens are quite bad for your eyes. When you are looking at a screen for too long, it can cause cataracts, headaches, itchy eyes, blurry vision, and dry or watering eyes. Those are just a few of many consequences for being on a device for too long. Today, hopefully I have convinced you to reduce the time you spend on any electronic device. Thank you very much.
Well done, Ava. Now I'd like to welcome up Renee Wang, who's going to talk about dancing and how it's not easy.
Did you know that most dance injuries happen from just regular falling? Good morning, teachers, fellow classmates, and honorable judges. Today, I am going to persuade you to think that dancing isn't as easy as you think. It's tiring. The performances take a long time to prepare, and the dancers get many injuries. This activity isn't as simple, and you need to know the negatives of why it is hard. Dance is not as basic as you think. In fact, it's painful and tiring. Firstly, you're always sore everywhere. It can be your legs, arms, feet, or toes, but you're always in pain. Next, you have to put effort and dedication to learning all the dances, and that is tiring, even tiring for your brain. Last but not least, you have to practice all the time. I'm not talking about dancing once a week. I'm talking about dancing every day of the week for 2 or 3 hours. Now imagine how tiring that is. But is all this pain really worth it? Secondly, the presentation of your look is so important that it can take hours and hours to get ready. Even though the costumes are beautiful, they're itchy, and they take a long time to put on because of the buttons at the back. Another reason why you should think twice about dancing is because it takes forever to do your hair. Your hair is pulled up, back, tight to the sky, and pins are stabbed into your head. And that can take an hour. Everyone is practicing before they perform, but practicing is just time-consuming. Do you have all this time just for dancing? Being a dancer means getting many injuries. Some common injuries are in the hip, ankle, and knee. To prevent injuries, warm up and hydrate before class and make sure you're wearing proper dance attire. Finally, you know something might be wrong when the pain is so bad it wakes you up at night or increases within an activity. And if that happens to you, you might want to go see a doctor. The injuries are sometimes something basic like a bruise and sometimes something more serious like a stress factor. And be careful because one little mistake can sit you out for about a month. Now you ask me, then why do you dance? Well, I love it and it's my passion. I get to make new friends and learn new things every day. I also dance because then I am balanced between school and my co-curriculum. I love to dance even if it isn't easy. Dancing is not easy. Some people think it is, but I disagree. In conclusion, I don't think dancing is easy because of all the practice and preparation, performances, and injuries. Now, if you ever sign up for a dance class, be prepared to be exhausted because it takes a lot of work and time to dance your heart out.
All of you grade 4s, could you please all stand up? Very well done. Great job. Thank you. And now we get on to our grade 5 speakers today. So first of all, we have Mimi Klopfer. And Mimi Klopfer is going to talk about group work and whether that's a good idea.
I have a question. If you persuaded Picasso and Da Vinci to work together, what would happen? Would it work or not? Good morning, honorable judges, teachers, parents, and fellow students. Many teachers have often told me that I'm too independent and should learn to work better in groups. But should I always take that advice? It is many people's belief that group work is always necessary in the education of children. For instance, you have a panel of people to make decisions instead of a single person, increasing creativity and accuracy. The larger the number of people, the better the decision is. Making decisions in a group tends to stimulate and develop healthy and sturdy relationships with partners, reducing stress. These simulations with group decision-making tend to help kids practice working in a group, a skill all children will need in their future professions, such as business, mathematics, and leadership, like being class president. This is all true, but coming back to my original question, does group work always create a better outcome? I don't think so. Here's why. Most teachers will say that almost half their class are introverts, people who feel drained after social interactions and need time alone to regain energy. An introvert works better on their own because they find it more easily able to focus. Activities such as a quiet lunch are amazing for introverts as they give time to re-energize. An extrovert, on the other hand, is the exact opposite. They are invigorated by social interactions, but they find it highly stressful to work individually. So what happens when you ask an introvert and an extrovert to work in a group? For instance, imagine that an introvert and an extrovert are partners in a science project. The extrovert constantly wants to talk, but eventually gives up because the introvert is feeling so drained that they are as quiet as a mouse. They end up both feeling exhausted, getting little work done. Not all people do their best work in situations such as this. Sometimes, great individuals don't work well together. According to the Harvard Business Review, quite a few CEOs have said it would take 100 mediocre chess players to beat Kasparov, one of the best chess players in the world. But how would those 100 chess players even work together? One person would just take over, and I guarantee that there would be no discussion about where to move that bishop. What about if Picasso and Da Vinci were forced to work on a painting together? Let's consider this interaction. Picasso, why'd you put that eye there? Because I wanted to, Leonardo. But that's kind of where the nose goes. It's called abstract art. I submit that great individuals do not always work well together. So while the increased focus on group work One thing I will acknowledge is that we do live in a social world. We do need to learn to work in groups. But as you lie in bed tonight, think to yourself, is group work always better? At recess, will I play in a group or not? Would Picasso and Da Vinci's combined effort really be that much better than the sum of their individual contributions? Is group work really always better? Is it? Thank you.
Well done, Mimi. And now I'd like to introduce Jaden Gill. And he's going to talk about hard work and how it's always more important than talent.
Who watched LeBron James score a record 51 points in Game 1 of the NBA Finals last year? I did, and it was one of the best performances by an NBA player in history. Who watched LeBron play that night and wonder, how the heck does he do that? Well, I did. Today, I'm going to share the secret to LeBron's success and the secret to success for all of us: hard work. Good morning, teachers, students, and honorable judges. My name is Jaden Gill, and today I will persuade you that hard work is always more important than talent. We're all born with some talent. For me, I think my talent is acting. For some of our teachers, their talent is giving us the hairy eyeball, and some of them are way too good at it. Anyway, talent will only take you so far. In the end, you need hard work to really succeed. I'll give you an example. Who here has seen the movie Rocky? Did you know that Sylvester Stallone, the actor that played Rocky, couldn't get an acting job? Nobody wanted to cast him in their movies, so he decided to work hard and write his own movie. Not only did he write Rocky, but he also acted in it and directed it. That movie won the Best Picture award, and he went on to make many more Rocky movies. And to be honest, some of those movies weren't that great, like Rocky V. Oh, that was a bad one. But it was still successful. Now that's an example of how hard work was more important than talent. I promised to tell you the secret to LeBron James' success. The secret is that he is the hardest working player in the NBA today. He has a strict routine of going to the gym 3 times each day to train. He's one of the oldest players on the LA Lakers, but is always the first one to get to the gym in the morning and the last one to leave each day. Now that's what I call hard work. Now I'm not saying that talent isn't important. Having a natural-born talent is amazing. But regardless of talent, hard work will make you achieve a lot of things you didn't know you were capable of. I personally have many examples of how hard work has helped me in my life. In December, I got my black belt in Taekwondo. Did you know that only 1 out of every 10,000 people that start training in Taekwondo end up getting their black belt? Well, I was one of those people. And trust me, the first time I tried Taekwondo, nobody would have predicted that I would get my black belt someday. I mean, I had a tough time with the kicks, the patterns, the breaking techniques. I could go on, so let's just say Taekwondo was definitely not a talent I was born with. But I worked really hard and got really good, and actually ended up getting my black belt faster than most people do. Now that's an accomplishment that wouldn't have happened without hard work. So today, I hope that I persuaded you that hard work is always more important than talent. Because as the famous saying goes, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Thank you and have a great day.
Well done, Jaden. Now I'd like to welcome up Amy Wren.
Here,
Amy's going to talk today about how humor is our greatest value. Whenever you're ready.
Here are the so correct rules of the world. Number 1, everyone must respect the unspoken rule of 0 humor. Number 2, everyone must always be serious. And number 3, everyone must remember that humor is not important. Like, totally. It totally doesn't help us with anything at all. Good morning, honorable judges,
teachers, and fellow students. My name is Amy Wren, and I'm here to prove to you that humor really is the greatest value in people. Have you ever been in a really awkward conversation? Oh yeah, I hate the silence, so I start randomly spouting jokes and puns then. Yeah, I get a lot of groaning and a head shaking, but here's one thing I've noticed. The awkwardness is gone. Amazing. Humor, even my bad humor, can make people more comfortable in rather uncomfortable situations. Have you ever gotten so stuck on something that you just want to give up? Me too. It happened when I was coming up with this speech, actually. Then I saw my brother and my dad playing outside on a frozen fountain. My brother was giggling and wobbling around the ice. You know, typical cute baby stuff, with my dad right beside him. I suddenly heard my dad shout, and see him stomp inside, sopping wet. Let's just say Dad's shoes were not happy. Me? I nearly died of laughter. When I laughed, I bet the whole city could have heard me. That day, I learned that humor and laughter can help clear your head and help you relax. Some people do understand that humor really is the greatest value in people. Miss S said that she married her husband just for his sense of humor. To marry someone for their funny bone? Now that's a big deal. I've seen marrying for money, looks, intelligence, but for humor, to make that big of a choice for humor, that shows humor isn't a background character. After all, humor really can change someone's personality and life. Do you think Miss S would have married her husband if he didn't have a sense of humor? Some people might disagree that humor is the greatest value in people. They might say that confidence is, or honesty, or knowledge, but those won't make you happy. People have killed themselves because they weren't happy. Celebrities like Marilyn Monroe, she had everything but not happiness. So many people, they just weren't happy. Humor can make you feel happy and excited and content. To see everyone just so, I truly believe that humor really is the greatest value in people. Thank you.
Well done, Amy. And all the grade 5s, would you like to stand up? Great job. Thank you very much. Audience, you are doing amazingly well. So respectful and calm. Would you all like to have just a little wiggle before we start with the grade 6s? Shake your arms in the air. Stomp your feet a couple of times. Okay. There we go. That feels better, doesn't it? Okay. And a hush came over the crowd. And I would now like to introduce Nicholas van der Vaughan from grade 6. And he is going to tell us how happiness is a skill.
What is it that we want but never seem to get enough of? Good morning, honorable judges, teachers, and fellow students. My name is Nicholas Van. I'm here to talk about happiness. Why? Because everyone wants to be happy. Now, have you ever met someone who wakes up in the morning saying, I'm going to have a crappy day today? No. No one wants to be unhappy. But do we have the right understanding of happiness? Let me start with the etymology of the word happiness. Hap relates to good fortune and luck. And in most European languages, luck and happiness mean the same. Is happiness about being lucky? Probably not. Do you know what makes you happy? Some people think that being rich makes you happy. and they would do anything to become rich. But does wealth really make you happy? No. Research says that's not true. Despite the generation of wealth over the last 50 years, happiness has not improved. And the majority of lottery winners wish it never even happened. It made them feel lonely, disconnected, unhappy. So, what makes us happy? Mathieu Ricard, a monk and an author, wrote a bestseller on happiness. I'm talking to you about happiness today because he stayed at my house. Let's just say I was lucky he stayed at my house. He says happiness is not a state of mind where our dreams are fulfilled. He says it is a skill. Now we need to learn how to be happy instead of always looking for happiness elsewhere or in the future. According to Mathieu Ricard, our mind can be our best friend or our worst enemy. And if it is your worst enemy, you can be hard on yourself, depressed. But you can train your mind to become happy and appreciate everything you have and forget everything you don't have. So instead of changing the world to fit your desires, you can just change yourself. Now that's a skill. But who will teach us that skill? Our parents? Our teachers? Who? It could be part of our school day, such as reading and writing about happiness, the history of happiness, the science of a happy brain, performing hearts, adding and multiplying happiness in math. And if all of this made you hungry or stressed out, don't worry. At the cafeteria, they'll serve you a happy meal. Thank you.
Well done, Nicholas. And here is Atria Zaitab, and she's going to tell us how parenting should be an earned privilege.
Did you know that most criminals come from bad families? Did you know that if we had every single child live in a stable home, the majority of crime rates will decrease? Good morning, honorable judges, teachers, and fellow students. My name is Atria Zaitab, and today I'll be talking to you about why I believe parenting should be an earned privilege. Firstly, some parents are just not ready. They don't know what to do, they don't know how to treat a child, or what any of the limits are. They might not be mature enough yet, or financially ready to care for a kid. So I believe that if you want to be able to take care of children, you need to be ready. Many people may argue that bad parenting doesn't impact a child so much. I mean, there are so many successful people out there who have had bad parents, like Demi Lovato, Michael Jackson, and Eminem. But still, that's 3 out of the millions of children that are affected. Bad parenting can have a huge impact on children. Firstly, it can affect the child's mindset, which can lead to anxiety and depression. If a child is treated with indifference and parents don't invest emotionally with their kid, a kid will end up having lack of empathy for others and have trouble building relationships. Bad parenting can also have huge consequences. For example, a couple of years ago, a 6-year-old boy crashed his own family's car in an attempt to drive himself to school due to his mother sleeping in. He claimed he learned how to drive while playing the video game GTA. And if you didn't know, GTA is a violent gun game that is 18 plus. And come on, a 6-year-old was playing it. Also, many children think of their parents as role models. So if a parent does something wrong, a child will repeat that action because they think it's okay. Finally, every single child deserves to live in a safe and nourishing home. There have been parents who have physically harmed their own children. A real example was a mother. She was teaching her 7-year-old son how to speak a foreign language, but he was not succeeding, so she gave her child a horrible beating. And sadly, he passed away. Do you see what could happen to innocent children? Kids are our next generation, so we need to treat them with care and keep them safe so our society can grow. How would you like it if whenever you made a mistake, you would get a horrible beating? Well, that's what kids with abusive parents suffer from every single day. So now what? How can we make sure that every child lives with parents who know how to do their job? Well, I believe that if you want to be able to take care of children, you need a license.
I know you must think that I'm crazy, but I believe that if you need a license to fish, to drive, and to own a gun, you need one to have a kid, because kids are just as important. Also, if a parent doesn't get that license, this just shows how much they truly care for their children. Bad parenting can be as bad as firing a gun. In conclusion, I believe that parenting should be an earned privilege because some parents are not ready. Bad parenting can affect the child, and every child deserves to live in a safe and nourishing home. And I hope you now understand the responsibility of this amazing act. Thank you.
Great job, Atria. Last but certainly not least is Kate Versnick, who's going to talk about social media and how it ruins lives.
Imagine you are in an extremely dangerous crisis. The lights are dimming and the walls are closing in. What would you do? Call for help? Maybe 911? Or would you take a quick, last-minute selfie of yourself screaming and post it on Instagram? After all the theatrics, you've disappeared. Siri ate you. Good morning, honorable judges, teachers, and fellow students. Today I, Kate Versnick, would like to talk to you about how social media ruins lives. Many people have social media of all different ages, and many choose to abstain from it. You can chat with friends, and you can post pictures. What's not to love, right? But there are some extreme negatives to social media everyone needs to be aware of. Firstly, drama. Social media has always been a magnet to drama. For example, someone posts a picture of you without your permission. That can cause drama. Or say someone tweets something rude directly towards you. That can also cause drama. All of this drama affects real relationships, and that can lead to social depression. Many argue social media is completely safe with a private account, but not the hackers. Nearly 900 Twitter accounts and 50 million Facebook and Instagram accounts have been hacked due to their poor passwords. Come on. Lastly, social media online group chats and single chats. I think we can all agree the dinging sound your device creates when you receive a message is extremely annoying, so we can put that aside. But group chats, they can also cause problems. Some think of group chats as to include or exclude. That's all. And when excluded from these chats, it also affects real relationships and if they should really be unfortunately continued. In conclusion, I want you today to go home thinking, is social media really worth my time and my presence if it's going to cause all the drama when someone posts something rude? Is it really worth risking my safety considering all the accounts have been hacked? And is it really worth the group chats if they're all just going to exclude me? And lastly, is social media really worth the potential relationship problems and the social depression? I think it's safe for both you and I to say, social media needs to be handled maturely if used. Thank you.
Well done, Kate, and could the grade sixes stand up, please? Great job, grade six. We're now going to invite our judges to withdraw and cogitate. And we're all going to play a game while they're gone. So who in this room has been doing some public speaking recently? Should be every hand up. You've all been doing some public speaking. All been doing some speech writing. And you had time to prepare that and time to get it together. But today, we're going to play a game where you have no time to prepare. And you just have to be able to speak for 30 seconds. Without any preparation and not even knowing what you're going to talk about. Who would like to play? There was a hand that went up right over there. Come on up. So here we go. Who's the risk taker here? Good job, Merrick. So what Merrick has to do, have we got the timer up there? There we go. This game is actually called Just a Minute, but we're going to do just 30 seconds. So somebody has to give Merrick a topic, and when Merrick speaks on this topic, he has got to keep going, so no hesitations or he's out, and not too many repetitions. We'll make a judgment on that when we hear it. So Quentin, what's your topic idea? Gordon Ramsay. Okay, let's have that's a great one, but let's hear some more before we decide. Over there. Michael Jordan. You don't have to have a person. It could be anything. It could be absolutely anything. Yes. Tomatoes. Okay, and what was your idea? The latest iPhone. Okay, let's go with tomatoes. Okay, so you, Merrick, are going to have to speak about tomatoes for 30 seconds.
A tomato is magical. They grew my grandmother's garden until she died, which I was very sad about. But back on the topic about tomatoes. They're magical. They have a bunch of nutrients. They don't have any natural sugars, even though I don't even know if they do. Also, on that topic, I'm done.
Well done, well done. Okay, come on, Quentin. Okay, yeah. Just hold on a minute. I just was pointing at her, okay? Just stay there, Maurice. All right, you get the idea how it works now. Thank you, Merrick, for being first. What's your name?
Isla Gordon.
Isla Gordon, we need a topic. Okay, there's over there. Yeah, tell me your idea. Soccer, there's a good one. Okay, are you ready? Okay, Isla is going to be talking about soccer for 30 seconds.
Yes, soccer. That sport where all those players sit on that field pretending they're injured. Oh, ow, my knee. Oh, ow, my ankle. Oh, I got hit. Oh, my God, I think I lost a tooth. Seriously, guys, grow up. We're not babies anymore. Why don't we talk about some other sport? Like hockey. You pass the puck, you use the stick, and there's a goalie. Where you're not pretending that you got hit with the ball.
That was great. Well done. Good job. Yeah. We've got a real risk taker here from grade 2. Okay, this is Ethan, right? Yeah. Okay, so Ethan from grade 2 is going to have a go. What a risk taker. Good, let's have a topic, yep. Pizza. So Ethan, can you talk about pizza for 30 seconds? Okay, here we go.
So pizza is like a type of mozzarella thing where it's very cheesy. I can tell that all the people that are sitting here very much like it, and it has all type of flavors, mushrooms, pepperoni, and cheese, and just so many. I can't really count all of it.
Well done. Congratulations. What a great boy. Great job. Okay. Now, I think we have some results here. Well done to all of you. That was great risk-taking. Give yourselves a round of applause. Well done. And, okay. And would you like to come to the podium and announce the winners, please?
Well done, everybody. Those were amazing. We all it was, again, a very difficult job to try and find out who was going to be the winner. But I also want to just say thank you very much to everybody. Actually, I just saw something amazing happening on the stage here, where somebody was obviously coming up to do something very impromptu. What great risk takers you all are. And amazing to think that you actually have all participated in this, written speeches, had a class round, then had a grade round. So well done. And your teachers have all said to me, I wasn't able to come and see them because I didn't want to become, what is the word I'm looking for, biased and when I was judging for today. So I didn't get to see them. But your teachers have all said to me how wonderful and amazing the speeches have been this year. So well done. The other thing I want to just say is thank you ever so much to Ms. Reed for jumping in to be our MC today, as well as Mr. Caton, who's done all the work behind the scenes. And I'm going to ask Mr. Caton to come up as much as he doesn't want me to, but I would like him to help me give out the certificates. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to announce the winner in each grade level, and then I'll announce the runners-up. So you will come up and get your certificates for each section. So first of all, in grade 4, we have first place, Andrew Mooring. And our runners-up are Ava and Renee Wang. In grade 5, our first place goes to Jaden. And our runners-up, we have Mimi and Amy. Our grade 6 first place is Nicholas. And our 2 runners-up are Archia and Kate. Well done, everybody. Let's give them one more round of applause while they stand up with their certificates. And thank you once again to everybody who helped to put this together. I believe Mr. Ray has a couple of messages for us.
So we've had incredible success on the athletics front over the last few days. If you're in the grade 6 basketball team, would you stand up, please? Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you so much. The grade 6 girls basketball team were undefeated in the ISABC championships, had an amazing run. So well done, Nikki. And congratulations to our coach, Ms. Yakachak, as well. And the other great success we've had in the last few days is for our junior swim team. If you're in the junior swim team, please stand up. Okay, thank you. The junior swim team, against all the other ISABC schools at the swimming championships, came 3rd overall, so they did amazingly well. Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you.
Okay, well done, everybody. Thank you, parents, for coming. Have a great weekend and enjoy the day, the rest of the day.